Hit me with some guitars. Yes, the Capital City Podcast. I'm your host, CapitalJ, alongside my main man,
DL Glass.
And tonight we got a very special guest in the house. Goes by the name. Goes by the name of Metaphor the Great. It's spelled exactly like it sounds.
Welcome.
Man, thank you, brothers, for having me. That's the most important part. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, we appreciate you and all you've done. But first of all, let me explain some things real quick. People say, well, who is Metaphor? Why is he on the show? Well, first of all, this my man's from way back.
Way back.
It's at least 20 years.
At least.
So, when I was on my favorite era of my mix show period at 102 Jams.
Yes, sir.
Was probably the run when Jane Daniels was on the air with me, and our intro was done by Metaphor the Great.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And this man went on to be one of the music directors for the TV show, The Boondocks.
Yes, sir.
So
Adult Swim.
Right, and if you understand that The Boondocks and its connection to the hip-hop world, is this a hip-hop show? And this man's connection to North Carolina, because we talk about North Carolina and its impact on hip-hop a lot. So this man ties right into all of that.
Right.
So without further ado, Metaphor the Great is in the building, and we're going to start off by asking you the same question we ask everybody, Metaphor. How did you get involved in hip-hop, and what made you love it? When did you know that you were going to make your life this?
I was about 8 years old, and my big sister was a rapper.
Ooh, wait a minute. First of all, where are you at this time?
I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
I'm in New Jersey, and my big sister, she was a rapper, MC Zakia. It was her name. You know, you had to have an MC and an Arabic attribute. That's just how we work.
Right.
So, you know, sibling rivalry, just competitiveness and all of that. She used to sit down at the table writing her raps. And, you know, I used to be the little brother getting on her nerves. Show me how to do that. I could do that. And then she said, God, one day, and she showed me, like, you write the first line here. You know how they talk. You write the first line here, you do this right here, and then do this right here on the next line. Don't ask me no more. You know, she still talk to me like that. So, and then I started doing it, and man, I was a little kid, man, and I was writing rhymes, but I really wouldn't spit them for nobody.
So you're like 8 or 9?
I'm like 8 or 9 years old. Wow. And she used to tell people like, yo, he rap, my little brother rap too. And they used to, you know, the older dudes like, spit some. And I wouldn't do it. And then she'd be like, you can't be scared. If people ask you to rap, you got to rap. Or don't say you rap no more.
Right? She was schooling you.
Right.
Yeah, she was schooling me. Then one day, my Uncle Luli, I feel like this is I'm like 10, like 1984. So this was the time when children somehow could go to concerts. Right? Remember that? Yeah, like you could just, you go into a full-blown concert and there's children in there too.
Right, right. Folks smoking joints and everything, blowing right in your face.
Right in your face. I'm 10 years old. My uncle took me, and it was a tough time because it was shortly after my parents separated. Like, my parents separated when I was 8. So, you know, with my dad not being there, my mother's brother, my Uncle Luli, moved in. And he was young, and he was cool, and he was a boxer, and he had all the records, and he had the car with the system in it. You know, it was a cool uncle. Right? So he came and he stayed with us, which was probably saved my sanity, you know, with Pops not being there, whatever. So Uncle took me to a Run DMC concert. This is at the Ritz Theater in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And we got there pretty late because Unc stopped and seen 317 women, I feel like.
On the way.
I don't know why we couldn't just go to the damn show. I'll bring that up to this day.
Because he was fly. He wanted them to see.
Right.
Wanted them to see. And then in hindsight, I thought about it. Oh, he wanted to look like the sensitive uncle taking his nephew. That's so sweet.
All of that.
Oh, you were definitely a prop. You know what I'm saying? What?
All
I
of
got
that.
my nephew. I'm gonna get extra tail.
Right.
Hey, yeah, I got my nephew out here tonight.
Or he could have been going to pick up money.
Never thought of that.
What y'all do after the show? Shout out.
So we get to the shout out Uncle Lou.
Right on.
And we get up in the we walked in, I'll never forget. We walked in, he was kinda hiding me in his coat, but I think the bouncers and stuff knew him. A lot of people knew him. So we walked in, and like you said, that smoke, all the smoke is cloudy, it's gray and white. We walked in, and Run DMC was on King of Rock. I looked down the aisle because that's the only way I could see the stage because I was so small. So in the aisle, I could see the stage, and right there was Run DMC, and DMC was on the part I'll never forget that said, "I walked on ice and never fell. I spent much time," and that moment right there. Yup. Whatever happened with me and hip hop happened at that moment.
Oh, nice.
That was the moment I got turned out right there.
Nice. So after that, you all in on the raps, right?
All in on the raps. Not quite saying them in public, maybe for a couple friends, but then we moved. We moved to another neighborhood, right? So we lost the crib or whatever, and we moved to Downlinden. Shout out to Downlinden, New Jersey. And now it was a lot of kids, this neighborhood, for some reason. A lot of kids who was breakdancing, popping, beatboxing. Right. It was rap crews. Everybody was a crew.
Right.
So it was one guy, rest in peace, he passed a few years ago, named Eric Lovett, E-Love. And, he was like, "What's up? My name E." So he said, "We got a breaking crew. Can you break?" I was like, "Yeah." I couldn't break.
Make it till you make it.
I said, "Yeah." Got in there. He said, "All right, let's try you out with the crew." The name of the crew is the FBI crew, Fresh Brothers Incorporated. This like 85. And I was like, "All right, let's go." And he said, "What's your name?" I said, MC Taheem, because that was my name.
Right.
Which, interestingly, I heard recently Busta Rhymes said his first rap name was Lord Taheem. Same thing almost.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went to the audition, right? And DJ threw on the beat. I started breaking. It wasn't very well. I got up, and it was crickets.
So you knew you couldn't break. You could rap, but you would break in front of people, but not rap.
Fucking weirdo.
Made me understand this.
Yeah, right.
So I could do the worm. So in my old neighborhood, I was doing the worm, and that was enough to be classic. Over here, these kids were serious.
Right.
Like it was doing windmills, right? Out the Airborne and everybody. If you hear it. But anyway, so I was like, well, I could rap, and I rapped right then and there.
Oh.
I remember the rap to this day.
Spit it.
Yeah.
I was walking down the street, and on my shirt I had my name. I turned around. I saw the same. I said, "Yo, brother, what's up with that?" He said, "It's my name." Written my tag. I said, "Oh, my goodness, a goodness grief. You bit my name like a common thief. Yes, you bit, and you don't even care." And then he couldn't take it, told me to look over there. I looked to my right, and what did I see? Nothing but on a brick wall, my name, Taheem. I said, "You know how many years ago I did that? So many ago, the world was flat, and then I had to teach the homeboy a lesson. I told him about his looks, and I told him about his dressing. I told him about his biting, and I told him about his fessing. And after that, you know what he said, my friend? He said, "Taheem, I never steal your style again. It's like that, y'all. It's like that, y'all. And if you steal my style, I take it back, y'all."
Classic. Classic bars.
85.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Shortly thereafter, I got my FBI hat and shirt. What you talking about?
Oh, they made you official with the hat and shirt. Okay.
So yeah, we would go, and you know the battling in those days was crews versus crews. The breakers battle the breakers. The poppers break the, like that. You match up.
Right.
And so, but when it came to the rap, like a lot of basement parties, and this neighborhood had mad basement parties and mad block parties. It was so, I loved that time, and nobody could see me rapping. So E-Love would pick me up and put me on the chair by the DJ. So the crowd could see me. And this carried over performing at the school dances and stuff. I would be standing on the DJ's chair. So that's how people saw me.
Word. So at the school dances, you spitting also.
And that it sounds like nothing now, but this is 86.
Right.
Hip hop wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like a lot of Gen X music was very mixed. This is why I think everybody in our age group is so diverse with music still.
Yeah.
This is why we know mad rock songs. We vibe with a lot of rock stuff. We vibe with all types of. We vibe with Huey Lewis and them. We know Kiss and all of them. Yeah,
Jay Giles band, Free Frank.
Exactly.
Right.
So rapping at the school dances, that was cutting edge. You know what I'm saying? 86, but it was a few of us who would do it. And I'm grateful for those days like crazy,
Right.
With a beatboxer. You have a beatbox, you turn it out.
Right. Every crew had a beatbox too. Every rap crew had a beatbox back in
Somebody, right?
Yep. And they had to do battle too.
Mm-hmm.
They had to do battle too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the purest time. I think that kind of was missing from the culture. It got so serious when it came to battling. I don't know if it's the vanity from social media, but
it's Drake.
And it was
can't battle nobody no more. Sorry. My bad, but I mean,
but yeah, back then too, everything was rhythmic. And, today cats be battling each other, called a rap battle, but what I see is spoken word poetry battle. It's like,
exactly.
Where's the music, yo?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Because if I mess up, I can go right back to it.
Right.
Hey, when I started watching those dudes, I was like, yo, these guys are amazing.
Yeah.
And then I noticed their homeboys was ad-libbing. And when they mess up, they would start back. I'm like, oh, man.
You got off the top.
That's what killed it for me. Like when I found out wrestling wasn't real.
It felt the same way. I felt the same exact way. And even if it's not off the top, because I remember a lot of times off the top, like if you was battling somebody, when you wouldn't start going off the top, 9 times out of 10, that means you ran out of rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's all you got there is off the dome. But to me, that makes it a lot better because usually when you go off the dome, you're in the moment.
Right.
And that's how you win.
Right.
That's how you win.
Right.
You know what?
That's how you win.
We talked we had Search on the show, MC Search. He was talking about how he used to battle back in the day, and he said that's how he would get over being able to talk about what's happening right now.
Right.
That's what do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what do it. That right. Soon, like the other guy could have the most intricate wordplay or punchlines, and I'm a punchline guy. I love punchline rappers. I'm a punchline rapper, right? But when that dude says something about the time or what you're wearing or what you just said,
right,
it's so
yeah.
I learned to use the guy's words against him,
right.
And the same thing he bragged about make that uncool to the people that he just said.
Oh, that's dope.
Yep.
The same thing that his strength. You just aim at that and turn it all around, and the crowd really don't even want to hear him no more.
Right.
And he might have spit the hottest bars ever from his notepad, but when you get the crowd in the moment, it's interactive almost.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I ain't talking about nothing.
Hey, look. The best example I heard of that, man, is probably when Shantae and Busy B. if you get a chance, that battle is up on YouTube. Listen, Busy B is prepared.
Right.
He's doing his thing.
Right.
And Shantae comes on, and she is just
right there in
murdering him with
yeah.
what he got on right now. Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't even imagine being in the room at this moment. You know?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of, you brought up search, and we're talking about North Carolina. I got to shout out Nikki P.
You said Nikki P?
Yeah.
You talking about Nikki
P?
That used to work at the station?
Did Nikki work at this? I don't think Nikki P.
Oh, well, I don't know Nikki P. Who is Nikki P? Tell me about Nikki P.
She battled search at Walmart on Wendover.
I did not know about this.
What?
Yeah, because you said, I was like, Nikki P, who is this?
Oh, no.
Tell me, hey, educate me. Tell me what happened.
Well, I don't want to speak too much on other people's business. But
it's a battle. You got an opinion.
For the sake of hip-hop, well, she gave him the business at Walmart.
Okay.
She asked him would he battle right on Wendover. He said yes. And they exchanged rounds, and from the people I've been made to understand that were there, was like, yeah, she ate him up.
Well, Nikki P is legendary now.
Yeah, right.
Nikki P. And I can't think of the name of the group. She's on Instagram and stuff. We talk all the time.
I'm gonna be real mad if there's somebody I know and probably known for years. It was like, oh, Nikki P. When I get home, you know, I'm gonna have to edit all this out if it's somebody I know.
Like, yeah, I know Nikki.
Yeah, let's start over. Yeah, Nikki P. All right. Yeah, I know Nikki.
I get it.
Yeah, that's Fist. That's definitely a homie from the circuit. Around the 336.
So you cut your teeth on the battle. Now you did the battle rap thing back in the day. That's a lot of people don't understand that. You know, we had conversations here on the show before about how competitive hip hop was up to a point. Like at least up until the early '90s. Like the same way that you had to battle people as these crews also got DJs, and the DJ had to battle too. Like. Like, it's been plenty of times, like, people would just call you out. Like, I've been called out several times early in the day. It's like, yo, like, cats want to battle you for your turntables. They battle you for your favorite records out of your crate.
Right.
So back then I was forced to up my cutting and scratching game at least to a point where I'm safe from having people test me all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never planned on trying to go win the DMC with my cutting and scratching. But I got it to a point where you would leave me alone.
Okay. You definitely respect it.
Right.
You definitely respect it. Like people know your name.
Right.
That never heard you. So.
Right. And that's
they definitely respect it.
That's what I needed just to be that. If I can get to that point, then.
See, that's why I rocks with you, because of how humble you are. Because you just said nobody wanted to with you.
I'm not saying nobody wanted. There was some. I'm not saying I was the best DJ in the world, but I'm saying you get to a point though,
right,
where you are known as somebody who at least is capable. Like, at some point it's like metaphor. Nah, I ain't messing with that guy.
Yeah, I get it. I understand what you're saying.
Right.
I appreciate the way you say it.
Oh, yeah, we hear you. Did you lose us for a sec? The skull candies done went out.
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah. All right. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear us? We've been hearing you the whole time.
Right.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know what we probably need to do? Let's hang up. We're going to call him right back and reconnect.
It's his phone, though. It's not ours.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need a reset. So while we're doing that, the competition is real. And if you came up in the era, you had to compete to even make a name. We get Metaphor back up right now. We had a little technical difficulty.
Yo,
can you hear us now?
There you go.
Yeah, we were hearing you the whole time.
Right.
But you couldn't hear us. Yep.
Y'all was sounding like robots a little bit, like it was coming in there like.
Okay. Well, it's all good. None of that happened on our end.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't doubt it, especially since the fires. I went a couple days without a phone.
Oh, well,
so,
real quick, where are you right now?
No, I'm straight. It was one broke out right up the block earlier today, but they put it out. They caught the dude. People setting them now.
So you saying you're in I'm asking because everybody doesn't know you're in Los Angeles.
This is true. Nobody knows that. Right. I'm I'm in Los Angeles.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles.
And this happens to be right during this time period where we're dealing with a lot of fires and stuff out there on the West Coast in LA.
Yeah.
So so that's it's even messing with the cell phone service a little bit too. I'm pretty sure a lot of things are stressed right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wild. It's Mad Max, but it's getting better.
Yep. So how did you do through that? You wrote it out pretty good?
I wrote it out for a second. I went out of town for like 2 days.
Word.
When I got out of town, the crazy thing, I blew my nose because it sounds like I have a cold now, but that's from the air. I don't have a cold. That's just yeah. I blew my nose when I first got out of town, and it was sitting it.
Right.
And I said, I'm gonna hang out for a minute.
yeah, because what you didn't know, all this in your lungs too, you know.
Bruh, yeah. So I'm walking around with a mask, looking like Predator now. So not the COVID mask, like a thicker one. Everybody got on around here.
Mm-hmm. I can dig it. Well, what we were saying when we lost you though, we were talking about how up until about the early 90s, man, everything in hip-hop was so competitive. If you wanted to do anything, DJ, rap, break, beatbox, dance, it wasn't even just not even just breaking. Like, you had crews of dancers that weren't breaking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, like on some old, like, Scoob and Scrap type stuff,
mm-hmm.
you know, that kind of dance.
Mm-hmm.
And those dudes were part of the crew too. Everybody had to battle somebody for their respect.
Right.
And then it got to a point where that was no longer really required to participate. But I think that people who had to go through that, you know, you appreciate everything you have a little bit more because what you had to do to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
And,
right.
Yep. And second, it makes you stronger in your craft, having to compete against other people. You ever heard the term iron sharpens iron?
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody's sharpening up dealing with the competition.
Mm-hmm.
And it made everybody better. And that's gone right now. People, you know, you can make your first song and it could mess around and be a hit today. That was impossible.
Right. You had to have the total package almost.
Right. You had to be able to, if you wanted to be in the game back in the day and you rap, you got to be able to battle somebody on the street, make a hit record, do a concert. You got to be able to do it all.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had my nephew cracking up not so long ago. I was like, when we was coming up, if you said you rap, be prepared to prove that anywhere, anytime.
At the moment you declare you can rap, damn near.
Right.
At that moment, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo,
that's how it was with the turntables. You DJ?
Man.
Let's go somewhere with 2 turntables.
There it is. Let's go right now. And so in rap you could do on the spot, right? Man, it used to be so silly. Funny story. One time my homeboy came in a panic, knocking on my door. I don't know, high school. Boom, 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 boom. And so my mother, what the hell? On the door, he was like, hey, Miss Battle, can you bro come outside? And he was acting so crazy and frantic. She's like, wow, what's going on? There's this dude out here, he want to battle. So mom's went and got the butcher knife. Because
she didn't know. Come on, Miles, fucking with my son. Right. You want to battle? I'm going to give him a battle of the whole war.
You about to see a battle. Mom grabbed the knife and had Mom, you mean a rap battle. But we used to, you couldn't, if you was at the barbershop and you rap, somebody's going to call a rapper homeboy to come up there real quick. Right. Wherever you was at, if you rap, you're going to have to prove it on the spot. My man on the way. Hold on. Or anyway, hey yo, Brill, come in. Yo, come in, let's do rap. That's it. The dude ain't say he better than you. He ain't say nothing, but he raps, and that's enough.
Right.
This dude said he rap. Come outside.
Right.
But yeah, that's what made us, man. We distill, sharpen, distill, and I think that's when it was more, that's culture.
Right.
That's culture. That's what blew the industry and grew the industry. And when it got so egotistical and vain, I think that's when we start going away because nobody wants to be the guy who loses anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You got a point there. Nobody want to put it on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No vulnerability. No, and it's okay to take an L. And people used to take L's and end up doing. Some of my best friends that I've met along the line started out as a battle. We met battling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And end up being cool.
Right.
I think some groups too, like LNS and a lot of the groups, the big groups that came out, they met battling.
Yeah.
Like the individuals in the group. But yeah, that was the culture.
Yes, indeed. So all of this is going down in Jersey. At some point, like I met you in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
What brought you from Jersey to Greensboro where our paths cross?
I-95 to 85. No, nobody ever likes that joke. That's the biggest reaction I ever got from it so far. But so my father is from Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
we're very we're from Tarboro, so
Princeville.
Okay,
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. We're at same county. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Rocky Mount
Edgecombe and Nash, right?
Right.
Oh,
We're from Edgecombe County also.
His daddy a Mount nigga.
Yeah.
Okay. Respect.
I'm sure y'all know some battles. Y'all know people that with my last name.
A lot of battles.
Oh, you a
That's
battle.
my last name.
Oh,
that's
look.
my last name.
You know what? I had seen that before somewhere that you were a battle, but I didn't connect it to the Eastern North Carolina battles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You.
They're the only ones.
Yeah,
They're the only ones.
Yeah,
I did the research on it. It was two slave owners real quick from England, 2 brothers, John and something, and they started out like in South Boston, Virginia, with cotton. The plantations was cotton, and then they expanded into Nash and Edgecombe County, and they start beefing. They're 2 brothers. So the more powerful one, the stronger one, just to get his little brother out of his face, sent them down to Georgia.
Oh.
He sent them down to Georgia, like help set up. I don't know if you ever wanted just paid for somebody to be away from you. It was one of those things. Like, hey, you just go down here and get that started. And so, but all battles, as far as census records, started out as in Nash and Edgecombe County, and went to Georgia, Arkansas, and Alabama.
That's crazy.
Wow. So
yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy because I knew a few battles.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of battles, and none of them were related.
Yeah, that's what they said.
One
right.
brothers,
that's because
the split.
And you got to remember, freed slaves take on the last name battle. Don't mean they're related.
Right.
It's a bunch of different pockets of battles.
Right.
Makes sense.
That's
kind of like we're the Monk family from Pitt County.
Right.
And there's a set of white monks too.
Absolutely.
And there are different monks all over the place, but I don't think that we may not all be related because they're not all. I've met monks that I've never seen at my family reunion.
Right.
Mm.
But, they should move around.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's just like my dad. So the reverse of the Great Migration. So the Great Migration, is when all of the blacks went north.
Yeah.
Right. So the reverse of the Great Migration, which I'm developing a show about it, is in the 80s, starting in the 80s, Maya Angelou called it the reverse of the Great Migration.
Coming back home.
Everybody came back home. And she said, those, the city kids would visit in the summers. It was like she was looking in my window. She was like, the city kids would visit in the summer and get sad when they had to go back. And, she got all deep with it. She said they don't even know why they were sad. It's because they leave in the air that their grandma breathed. And in the same ground they walked, there's a connection that wasn't there for them in the city. She said, so soon as they got able to and became young adults, they came down and was like, oh, that's it. Mm-hmm. And I can't tell you how many people visited me and stayed.
So when you came down here, did you move to Rocky Mount or did you come? Where did you settle when you?
I'm sorry. I'd be all over the place. I'm sorry. It's fucking like Alzheimer's. So a lot of my cousins went to A&T from Rocky Mount. So I would during summer times as a kid, I would go to Rocky Mount and I would go to Greensboro. By the time I became old enough, mostly everybody was in Greensboro from A&T because they went to A&T.
Right. And they were your age.
Right. It was my age or young. Mm-hmm. Older than me, but young. Mm-hmm. And so I came and things was going crazy for me in New Jersey. I was just spinning my wheels in the mud. I had made some positive life changes, and I didn't want to spin my wheels backwards. I don't know if you ever felt like you were in a rut in a place, especially when you grow up. It's easy to happen for a male,
right?
In a rut for a place, and especially for us, because a lot of the other people we know, our homies might be leaning negative now. Mm-hmm. And if you're making a choice, you might not even know exactly what you want to do, but you know you don't want to be involved with that no more. Right. So I was at that fork in the road, and I called my cousin, shout out to favorite cousin Shirley, and I said, coming, because she always tried to get me down there to the other kid, to Greensboro. And that's what I did. I came to G-Borough in 96, and I never looked back.
That was my first year on Jams.
96.
I got there.
Yep. I just started on a mix show when you got to town.
I got there. How about that? And, man, I was in love with it. First time I ever seen a Black College campus, and you know what campuses used to look like that. It was a party. It was ciphers everywhere. Dudes was rapping. It wasn't no violence. Nobody was beefing. It was music. It was beautiful, friendly women. It was like it was literally a different world.
Yeah, A&T
was the
incredible.
TV show.
Yeah, it was great.
A&T was incredible.
It was incredible.
Oh my God. I was like, where am I at? What is this? People speaking. It was crazy, right? And so it was like, yeah, decision was already made. And that was the first day I got here because my cousin picked me up from the airport. He had to drop her boyfriend off at class. So I went straight from PTI to A&T. So, you know, a decision was made early.
Yeah, boy.
I said, and it was in the springtime. So the weather had just broke. It was April 7th, 1996. And it was a beautiful day out there. I said, oh, yeah,
And you
I'm
came
home.
down with your Jersey swag and your Jersey accent and ran through them then. I hear it. He said it was a beautiful day. Everybody's outside. Day. Yeah.
Yep.
That's cold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, I'm talking about the weather and the vibe.
Oh, that's crazy. Me and listen, when this is going on, like Flex was over there at A&T. Jay Flex, and he started 102 like 2 weeks before I did. So we both, this is a transitional time for everybody. This is dope.
Right.
That's dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was a good time. And you know who I met right after that is Dana Lucci.
Hey, Dana
I met Dana
Lucci.
Lucci.
Hey, look,
Rest in peace.
He was the one common denominator to everybody who touched hip hop in Greensboro. Everybody.
Right. That's crazy.
It's not like, and he didn't make it. It's not like you had to go through Dana Lucci to get anything done. Right. He was just the best dude in the world.
The best.
Just the best, man. Just the best. We lost so much when he passed. You know,
man,
the best guy in the world, man. Best guy in the world, man. Mm-hmm. He was the gatekeeper.
Imagine me.
But he never closed the door. The gatekeeper, but he never closed the door on nobody.
Right. That's
man, imagine me. I'm brand new town. I don't know nobody. You know how rappers hate on rappers, especially out of town rappers, right? And remember Joker's 3?
Yep.
Okay. So I was at Joker's 3. Something was going on, and I seen Luch out there passing out or selling CDs. Mm-hmm. He stayed hustling. Yeah. Right? He was pumping. And I was like,
was he driving the red car? Was he driving the red car back in the day?
Was that maybe a Toyota?
Yeah.
A little Asian
red car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But he was pumping them out. And I introduced myself, and I was expecting. So coming from New Jersey, I come from a shadow market because we shadowed to New York, and New York didn't rock with us. And Redman just talked about it on Sweat. But
I'm glad y'all being honest nowadays.
Yeah, they didn't rock with us. We didn't get cool to down south, and we throw that in their face all the time. Yep. They know that. Yeah. Come on, don't be all friendly now.
Right.
But the thing is, with beefing with New York, niggas, that here's the problem, because the promoters, the club owners, the DJs, the radio station, and the record labels are all New York niggas.
Mm-hmm. All of them. Right.
Right.
If you from Jersey, so might as well be from South Carolina.
It'd be better if you were from South Carolina.
Right.
No shit.
Yeah.
So you had niggas lying saying they was either from New York, or you had niggas lying saying they was from Texas, like making up some shit. because they would rock with you. They would rock with you until they found out you was from New Jersey. Then it's like everything goes out the window. It's crazy.
But down here, being from Jersey was just like being from New York.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right
now, I mean, yeah, I know.
Yeah, down here, Jersey, right. Philly, New York, any of that,
same.
You get the same treatment. And that probably went for DC and Baltimore too. But they didn't have the accents to go with it. DC and Baltimore,
it was different.
They act like us.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But Lucci let me right in. I was expecting that gatekeeper shit like you was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Lucci gave me his information. This is all in the parking lot. Lucci gave me his information, told me the studio was at, told me he has a TV show called The Realness with Osha Baz, rest in peace.
Yep.
And told me the address and when to come by. It was that simple. Mm-hmm. And he was like, and me and him, that was my first my first interaction with hip hop in Greensboro. And then after that, Obia.
Yeah, Obia Studios. Incredible DJ.
You had to go through Obia. You had to go through Obia. Shout out Polo.
Mm-hmm.
Went through there and met Polo. I was working at Bear's Den. You remember that?
What do you mean, do I remember that? Bear was my dog. I DJ'd many a party at Bear's Den. That was one of my favorite places to DJ because he would break bread on a good night, which would then, if he had a bad night, I wouldn't mind taking a hit for Bear because he rocked with me like that.
Right.
Love that guy.
Yeah, Bear's a Jersey dude. He's from play. So I was walking down the street, down Phillips Ave, that's how I met Bear, and he was standing outside, and I said, "What's this?" He said, "The club." And I gave him it was the daytime. You know what I'm saying? It was Bear's Den. That shit could be any fucking thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Grocery store.
Right, it could be bears in that bitch. I'm from New Jersey. I don't know what's happening. I'm serious. Like, what is it? But anyway, we got cool. He told me he's from Plainfield, New Jersey.
Hold on. First of all, wait a minute. Rewind. You said you were walking down Phillips Ave? That's something only that's what a Jersey cat will do right there. You see what I'm saying? Because Jersey, we walk.
Right.
Green, no, you ain't walking down Phillips Ave unless you live on Phillips Ave.
Right.
So my cousin I was telling you about lived in Kings Forest.
Hold on, you were walking down Phillips. You were all the way at the Bear's Den, walking to Kings Forest.
Well, there's a few things here. One, I had got a job at Taco Bell on Summit.
Dude from New Jersey by yourself?
Back then.
Well, hold on. Funny story. So it was me and my cousin. We moved here. My cousin came with me. It was two of us. And so we would be walking on this walk to Taco Bell on Summit where we work, and dudes would be looking, right? Carlos of dudes looking. One time, these dudes made a U-turn. Like, all right, here it goes. It's on. This is in the pilot of the show. Here it go. Them dudes was like, "Yo, man, y'all need a ride? It's hot out here."
For real?
Yeah. They was like, "What's up?" And so I was like, "What's up?" Look like an idiot. But yeah, they was like, "Yo, man, I want to ride. It's mad hot out here." And we was like, "Oh, no, we good." But we used to walk from Kings.
I don't think they was gonna give you no ride, yo.
You think that was a hit?
Yeah, I think you was gonna end up down there. You was gonna end up down there by that dump.
I was gonna ask you to take the ride.
Them Claremont boys.
That was them Claremont boys.
So you walk, that's what. Yeah, that probably you got to hit that. What's the store at the foot of the hill down there by Claremont?
Yeah,
you got to walk past there and nobody know you. I don't know, man. That don't sound. That don't really sound that wise,
Oh God.
But true, when you in a new place, you like walking because you get to explore and see, and you know what I'm saying. You like to be around either that or be up in my cousin's house just with her. You know what I'm saying. Of course, I want to get out to where the people at.
Yeah, but I will say this though, it was some cool cats in Greensboro though. You had to kind of be unlucky enough to roll up on the wrong ones. Mm-hmm. Everybody was pretty cool though. Now,
Yeah, you had to be involved with something crazy,
right?
Or you had to be trying something. For the most, it was I was blessed, man. I met great people, and so working at Bears Den, off and on and giving functions there, I met a lot of people from the station. Boogie D.
Used to do. Did you do security in there?
I wouldn't call it that. I think Bear might have called it that. but I used to be at the door sometime.
I think I might. Big Boy. Yeah, I remember DJing. Were you in there when Redman or DMX came? Were you there when DMX came?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was there when Bears came. I was there. I brought Ron G there.
You remember the night New Edition came?
No.
Yeah, boy.
Bobby.
New Edition came to Bears then?
Yes.
Bobby.
I don't even, honestly though, I don't know if they got out the tour bus. I know they were scheduled to come through there. They had come through a big concert. This was when they came out with that new album. After all that time.
Oh, man, I didn't know that.
It was on Bad Boy one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Bismarcky came and the air conditioner broke? And there was already 1,000 people overcapacitated?
Oh, my goodness. No, I wasn't DJing that night. I was DJing for Redman Meth and the DMX show.
Did Redman also do Joker's 3 that time?
I don't know, man. When Red and Meth came through, nobody showed up. It was really weird.
Wow.
And, yeah.
Back then?
Yes. Wow. It was crazy. Like, Method Man was in the club. The club was empty.
Ooh.
And wow. I think he was kind of peeved because nobody was there. Because my boy was like, yo, man, my man up there DJing, everybody say y'all kind of look alike. He take a picture. He just looked at my boy. He's kind of scowled like, and walked out the club. Wow. Never seen him again.
Yeah.
That's the Bears did.
Shout out to Bear.
Shout out to Bear.
So,
but yeah, man.
Yeah. We gonna, you know what? We're gonna start fast forwarding some now.
Yeah.
Go.
I got a question relating to you being in Greensboro. Like, what kind of, how was, how was the transition going from Greensboro, setting yourself up to where you are now?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. At some point, this cat left Greensboro and ended up in LA.
So going to Greensboro was easier.
Oh yeah, we're friendly. We let you in.
And y'all black. So where as out here is, it's hard on a black man in LA. Like if they don't recognize your ass from singing a song or throwing a ball.
Yeah, because you're not the number one minority in L.A. That took some time for me to get used to. I'm used to black, white people first, and then the next number of people is black people. But when you get to L.A., it's not black people next.
Yeah, you're
the third minority
at best, because you got the Hispanics, you got the Eastern Europeans, the Russians and Armenians, and the Asians.
The Asians, right?
Mm-hmm.
and we're at the bottom of the bucket. And so I was talking to a young brother from Atlanta, he just moved here, asked him how he liked it. And he said, yo, can I ask you a question, OG? Is this like the most racist place you've ever been? I said, yes, it is.
What, LA?
But yes, I said all the time.
How much time did you spend in Rocky Mount?
It's worse. It's worse because it's more people. So what happened in Greensboro to set you up for this transition to LA? Like, I'm pretty sure you just didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to move to L.A. unless something happened.
The Boondocks.
Okay, tell us about that.
So, and running around scrambling, doing intros like Cap, Jane, everybody intros, commercials for like East or West, selling my CDs on the street, you know, the battles, Busta Brown show, just making a mark. I met Carl.
Hey, real quick, before you skip, I don't want to skip past that part of the game. There was a period of time where I think, you know, Metaphor was one of the people that I saw hustling his music. Probably, you know, you remember the people who were out there hustling the hardest.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
And I'm going to put him with, you know, Brandon D, hustling hard.
Right.
Eddie Ruger, Metaphor. These are the cats that immediately come to mind that are always working their product. So okay, go ahead and continue.
So you was down south kicking the top.
Yeah, I just
game.
wanted to give you your props for your hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir. I'm honored, Cap. But so in that, I sold a CD. So people are like, how do you get the big break for the Boondocks? And I use this to encourage people with whatever they're going towards, because it doesn't happen in a big break. It's a series of tiny cracks. I sold a CD in front of Subway one night on High Point Road when it was called that. And a brother named Will bought it. And it was a few brothers from New York. They were selling CDs and stuff, and they bought my CD off me. Later, I seen them again on the other side, like on Bessemer at the beauty show in front of Hermine's. And his brother was like, yo, I heard just your music from these guys. Yo, you dope. And I had more music on me, and he got one. And we started talking. Well, that brother he was out there just drawing caricatures of people, like on the spot. That brother's name is Carl Jones.
Hey, can I pause real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
That period of time, for people that don't know, there was a period of time when Carl Jones, executive producer of the Boondocks, used to be a caricature artist. He used to be around Greensboro, and there was a time when I would be on the corner with my man Jazzy and Carl on East Market Street in front of the gas station.
Right.
He was selling the caricatures. I'm selling mixtapes, and my man Jazzy selling hot dogs under a tent.
Damn.
You understand?
So
this is the same Carl Jones, and you met him doing the caricatures, and so I'm just putting it together for people. You go ahead and continue.
Well, how much was it he was selling about? Was he selling weight?
Nah, caricatures, straight up caricatures.
And that'll be it. I just want people to understand what you mean.
Selling, sit down and wait for me to finish this picture.
Hey, right. I was about to hang up. Don't say no shit like that with me on the phone. The affidavit is going to say, what did Mr. Battle say? Call drop.
Right. Well, you from Rocky Mountain, so they already know you a part of it.
Okay, so you met Carl, right? Gotcha.
I mean, that's dope within itself that he was out pimping the characters like that. You know,
Carl was nice with the pen.
Special going on for somebody to be out doing like the fair on 42nd Street or something like that. But he was out hustling these.
Right.
It was different.
Right. And anybody that got one, hold on to that. You probably don't even realize that the person you got your caricature from back in the 90s is the dude that did the Boondocks.
Yes. That's dope.
Yep.
Okay. So you met Carl, and then what happened?
We just got cool.
Right. And, he was a cool guy, man.
Yeah, Carl's cool dude, and you know, we always stayed fly, stayed in touch. And would be outside at the same time doing the same thing all over the city, right? And one day he was like, yo, I'm moving to LA. He moved to LA. He comes out here, he runs in the short of it, he sees Aaron Magruder. This is before it was a TV show. When it was just a comic strip. And he got the job on that. And he showed him his drawings, his artwork. He had it on him, cocked and loaded. When he ran into him, like, look, this is me. And he got the job on that, and then he got the job on the TV show, and it became that. So one day he's in the TV show drawing, doing his artwork, and he's listening to my music. And Aaron was like, "Yo, who's that?"
Dope.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's what I mean. The series of little cracks. So a lot of people like to start the story at my homeboy work at the Boondocks, and that's how that happened. But it was actually, I sold the CDs to somebody else that he heard, and then we met, and then he was just supportive over the years through the battles, through all of that stuff.
Word.
So
you know what's bugged out? Probably around this time, or not around this time. Probably maybe a couple of years later. I had talked to Carl, and I was working on doing the voice for Tube Steak. That was my original.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did that.
Right, that was back in the day.
Super Rumble Mix Show.
And I sent the stuff in, and I was working on perfecting it, and my grandfather passed away.
Oh, man.
I had to drop everything and kind of,
Right.
take care of that. And then by the time it was over, the kind of ship had sailed. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. A lot of that stuff still be, like when I punch them in the face, like a lot of that still, people be laughing at that. But yeah, I forgot you did the Super Rumble Mix Show intro.
Right.
And was doing other stuff. Yeah, you did. My bad.
That was it. The Super Rumble.
Super Rumble Mix Show. I remember.
So did they use it?
Did they use you?
I never heard if they used it or not. I don't know what happened to what I sent them. You know what I'm saying? That Super Rumble mixtape. That was me on The Voice, but I never heard what happened with it.
Are you kidding me? You never heard Super Rumble Mix Show? You never heard that?
So they use my voice for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I never got a chance to hear it. I never got a chance to hear it. I'm sitting here thinking that everything just fell apart.
Slow as hell too. It's like, oh, you didn't know?
I seriously thought everything fell apart after my grandfather passed because I didn't talk to anybody about it anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't follow up, but I had sent everything in.
Yeah.
But you didn't see nothing?
I never heard anything else.
It was pretty popular, Cap.
Like, is he kidding?
Right.
No, I didn't get any more info about it. I'm gonna look it up though.
Yeah, you should, because I just pulled it up, and
That's
I just pulled it up right now. Yeah, just the Super Rumble Mix Show.
Oh wow. Okay, well that's cool. Well, I'm glad something happened
you
with
still
it.
on the intro.
I'm glad something happened
happened
with it. Oh well, shoot. I was supposed to get some money for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the fuck you was.
Damn it! I thought I had forfeited my money and everything. I was like, damn, I ain't get a chance to finish up and get my money.
Oh God. See what you done started.
Well, hey, look, I can see. Hold on, let me tell you something. I can see that Hollywood sign from my window. And so soon as he said, did anything happen with that, I knew the fuck where this was going. So
that's what slowed you down. I heard you.
You didn't see I stopped talking.
I know.
You didn't see I stopped talking.
Okay, well I gotta get Carl on here next.
We need a moment.
He's like, yeah, you didn't get the check. Oh my goodness. I've been kicking myself for 15 years. 15, 20 years. Wondering. I was like, man, I blew it. I ain't never even get that.
Oh my God. Wow.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, you might need to hit him up. Here's an article. Here's an article. John Witherspoon talking about it right here. Like, I mean,
what?
Shut up! Oh my God!
I don't know if you have access to Google, but
no way. I'm gonna look this up, man. I know that ain't the one that I said for real. Oh my God!
So me and Carl did one, Metaphor versus Tuesday.
Yeah,
and that's like one of the first viral nigga videos. All jokes aside, that's one of the first viral nigga videos, and that's the intro, and that's why I know it so well.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Don't get bad. No, ain't nobody getting no money from that. Well, somebody got wing getting none, I don't think.
Yeah, it's all good. But I am glad. I'm glad something happened with it. I'm gonna tell you that because I had done one promo for it that was dope too, man, with the scratches in it and everything. Boom, go.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
Oh my god!
I don't know what your Wi-Fi is like over there, but
Oh my god!
that's how it starts.
I have not heard that in so long. Oh my goodness!
That is funny.
Yes, that was probably around 07?
How you say you spell it?
07?
Super
Rumble mixtape. It's the Super Rumble mixtape. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
yeah, I
God.
can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it again. I haven't heard it since I did it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that ever happened, man. That ever dropped. Oh my god!
Yeah, a whole lot of people heard it. A whole lot of motherfuckers.
Oh my goodness! I can't wait. I can't wait to hear that. Well, thank you. You added something to my resume today.
Right.
You got it. And once again, because I can see that Hollywood sign from the window, if something comes up of it, remember your boy. I think they call it a cut, a finder's fee or something.
I got you all day, man.
And we archiving
I
you
got
in
you
the
all
North
day.
Carolina books right here.
Hey, so what? Tell me what other opportunities spun up after the battle, after the tube steak and who was it? Golly.
Me. It was me versus Tuesday. I punched him in the face. You know what else came from the Super Rumble mix show though? Black Jesus.
Oh
Really?
yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember Carl saying that he wanted to develop, that he was really developing this, trying to spin off the Black Jesus idea.
That was my shit, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was some good ideas, man. Yeah, Carl had some dope ideas. Good stuff, man. I can't believe that thing came out.
Right.
And I didn't know.
yeah.
But like I said, I got lost in the sauce. My grandfather passed.
Right.
And he was like the real patriarch of the entire clan.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of work to be done after that.
I mean, you ain't gotta explain that one. I think everybody get that.
Right.
So,
When the right one passed, all of this, it puts everything in perspective.
right.
So
It puts
how did-
everything in perspective.
I got a question relating to the Boondocks. Like, how did you prepare yourself for the first piece or project you worked on there? Like, what was that like?
It was different because first of all, it was Fred. So all right, so Aaron hit me, but Aaron's like, I want to hire you, so these guys are gonna call you. So these guys that call you are seasoned Hollywood lawyers, like, you know what I'm saying?
They
So
know
when they
how to
actually
fuck you.
they know how to fuck you. I don't even know what, and they know you'll do it for free.
Right.
But thank God for scale, they can't do that.
Mm.
So they gotta pay you.
Explain that to people that don't know.
I know I do that so bad. All right, so scale. What scale is with the laws, what the union say, and what shows say is you can't. If I got a show and if I want a DJ and I try to get DJ who's popular, DJ
CapitalJ.
no, somebody like
I know what you mean.
if I want to get DJ whoever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Funk Flex.
Mm-hmm.
And Funk Flex say $20 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I say, okay, bye. Hey, CapitalJ, you want this opportunity to be on TV? Cap gonna say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna pay you. So what Scale says is, if whoever you hire for that position, you have to pay them at least a certain amount based on what the median is for that in the game at that point.
Gotcha.
So you got to pay everybody.
Thank you.
Because if not, you'll keep hiring people off the street that's just thirsty and love what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's a union contract.
Kind
That's
of
what, right.
like how promoters do DJs.
Right, you're gonna pay whoever you get. You're gonna pay something, so you might as well get somebody you like.
Right.
Otherwise, you would constantly screw people and just get them off the street and give them lunch money.
Right.
So
I'm sorry, but could you elaborate on the scale side? Like, is that the name of the organization, or is a group of organizations there? It's a system.
It's an amount. It's a wage. It's like minimum wage, basically.
I know.
Scale is minimum wage.
But I'm more so talking about like who makes sure that this happens.
Oh, it's different unions. The Actors Guild, the people you saw striking last summer.
Okay, that's right.
Right.
There's the Acting Guild. Yeah, there's a Writers Guild. There's Animation Guild. You're gonna have they all, and there's other ones I'm even forgetting. It's like SAG, AFTRA, it's all of those guys.
Okay,
there's unions and guilds.
Gotcha. Okay.
And but they called me, man. I was faking, like I didn't know how to answer any questions. And so you know what I did? I got off the phone. I told him I had to take a call, and I called Carl. I was like,
ask him how to handle it.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what numbers do I start at? Like, where do you go?
Now, did you need a representative, or this is something you handled all yourself?
I handled myself, but in hindsight, I should have got a representative,
like an agent, right?
A lawyer.
A lawyer, okay. Because I know with SAG, you have to get a couple of paid gigs to be eligible to be a part of SAG.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true. No.
Okay.
It's a mystery. That's what you think, but there's people who, man, I know a waitress who got SAG because she waited on a union guy and he liked her.
Oh God. Okay.
He didn't even see her fucking act. I've done background work on shows. That's a hustle out here. And sometimes they just walk around and hand out SAG cards.
Ooh.
I haven't been handed one, but they do that.
Right.
So it's really you got to appear in this, that, and the third. You got to do this amount of. That's the regular people shit. That's the on paper, but anybody can hand either one of y'all a SAG card tonight.
Right place, right time. Right
place, right time, right mood.
That's what puts you into the scale of things.
That gets you. Now you ain't getting scale, probably. You can get more than scale.
More.
So like. If you look at y'all can go on the casting agencies stuff, and they'll have two different rates. Like, hey, you want to be background in this movie shooting today downtown? The rate is $140 for XYZ amount of hours. If you're union, that means SAG on them. If you're union, it's $320 or whatever. This is clearly it's way more, even for something as simple as background with no dialogue.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's definitely the Juice Crew.
Yeah. So once you got to LA and did this little work, you got your feet wet. So since then, would you consider yourself part of the LA entertainment scene now?
He has to be. He's still there.
Yeah, you're still there, right?
Paying them bills somehow. Right. This dude say he can see the Hollywood sign.
True that. So you're full fledged now. You're one of them.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, no. That's out that window. Out the other window is a lady sleeping on a tree.
Well, we're not talking about that window.
It's all. I live in a section called East Hollywood. It is not glamorous. It's working class. I drove a truck. I just stopped driving a truck right in August. I'm a Class A dude.
Okay. You out there working. Okay.
Yeah. I be working it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? It's a balance.
Right.
Gotcha. So tell us some of the background work you've done. Just for people. A lot of people like we said we aim to educate people who have interests.
Right.
Silicon Valley.
Nice.
Oh, it's a million of them, man. Silicon Valley.
I'm kind of glad that you told the other side of things, and you shouldn't downplay your successes. And I'm not saying you are, but just because you drove a truck while you're in LA, you're still in LA. You're still doing that.
Yeah, everybody out there working is doing something else till they make enough doing what they do to not do something else.
Absolutely.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So so you appeared on Silicon Valley as an extra?
Yeah, Silicon Valley on a couple episodes. I was on the last episode too, the series finale. All Rise.
All Rise.
Yeah, All Rise. And a couple other things that I'm on NDA with right now. Non-disclosure agreement.
Got you.
One of them Beyonce parties.
Hey, do you run into some of like, Deja D that used to work at 97? She's out there acting now. I see her in a lot of TV shows. And, homegirl Tammy, T-Mac, that used to be at 97. She's on Stevie Wonder's radio station. I saw her in the White Men Can't Jump movie. You ever run into other cats from Greensboro while you just out there?
I ran into Terrence J.
Yeah, Terrence J, another one from the station, right?
Yeah, I've seen Terrence. I ran into Terrence twice.
Mm-hmm. Y'all hung out?
From what you say?
Did y'all hang out?
Nah, no, we hang out. It was brief. Terrence is a star now. Like Terrence is like a legit star.
Word.
And so I don't, and I know I've been blessed to know a lot of people since, New Jersey days that went on to do stuff. And when people get to a certain, space, I've learned not to question it. Mm-hmm. I'll never be like, oh, you supposed to hang out like we used to hang out, because we ain't never hang out. We just work together. That's what I'm saying? So I can't be like, when we ain't hanging out, we ain't never hanging the fuck out.
Right.
But, he's always a cool dude. He was a cool dude when I seen him here. So
yeah, like when we worked, we didn't hang out, but we worked together. Yeah.
Yeah, we worked together. I threw him remotes. And I feel like I could be like a great agent or A&R. I'll be seeing the talent in people. Like you saw something special with that kid. And I think he was the baby of the bunch, wasn't he, Cap?
Well, it was always a new baby of the bunch coming up, Yeah. So at one time he was, and then the next guy was the baby, So
yeah.
But when Terrence first started working at the station, he was doing the mix show with me.
Okay.
But the guys who are special aren't just special in one arena. So he was, I think he might have been Mr. the Homecoming King or something like that at A&T. So that guy always has a certain amount of charisma, the same way like B-Dot was that dude at Winston.
Right.
And Terrence was that guy at A&T. So when you have that type of charisma, it's gonna translate into other arenas.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And both of them have been able to do other things with charisma that they had that gave them success on radio.
Right.
That made them the man on campus. Mm-hmm. And when you have it, you have it.
Right.
He had it.
Mm-hmm. And kept pushing with it.
Right.
Oh.
Indeed. But yeah, we had some met some good people. But I say Metaphor is another person that you got it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, sir.
Like, like I said, I watched this man move, and people rock with you. Like you meet people, and you meet other people who have also crossed paths with people, and everybody knows their own personal experiences with people. But what helps you build a bigger picture about how a person is and who they are is the other people that they've come into contact with too. It creates a whole picture.
Absolutely.
And over time, I can tell you that, Metaphor is somebody that everybody rocks with. Mm-hmm. And that's you don't do that on purpose.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't fake it.
Right.
And be that. So when you have go ahead.
I was gonna say the same thing with Cap though, and I'm just saying that because he like niggas hate on radio DJs, but Cap is one person I've seen people uphold his name. Like everybody says he's good people. He's solid.
Right.
Like it could be something that ain't got nothing to do with his job at the station, but they'd be like, well, see if you could talk to Cap. You know what I'm saying? As far as somebody that you could trust, like see if you could talk to Cap. Yeah, Cap's a good one. Talk to Cap. Mm-hmm. You know, and he's that guy that people name drop and confidence as a good person.
Right.
Hey, well, I appreciate that. That's my goal in life.
You mixed and mingle with a lot of people from the station, right? Metaphor.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So he was a regular.
Have you heard why they fired Cap?
Why they what?
Why they fired Cap? Like, I keep asking that question. Nobody wants to give me a straight answer.
No, I don't know stuff like that.
And the reason why I ask that, because I hold this guy in high regards. And in my opinion, he's one of my top 5 DJs of all time. And I'll put my money on whoever. And so I've always wondered that, because I didn't know. I thought he transitioned away. And then when I found out they let him go, it kind of rubbed me. So I've been asking that question. And
shit, I thought the same thing. I didn't know you. I thought you just left. What happened?
Honestly, I don't know.
Right. See what I mean?
But here's what I know about radio. I knew that I was taking a risk by leaving the mix shows and going to the morning show. And I've seen what happens after the morning show. Like, that's like your last stop.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I kind of felt like, if I should have just stayed, if I had just stayed on the mix show, I might have still been there.
Right.
But going to the morning show, like when they start, like I was there through the recession, they started cutting staff and all that, you know, and made a hard decision. Right. And I guess after a certain point, you go to the morning show, they're paying you a certain amount. It's like, how do you go backwards?
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I would have gladly gone back to my Friday night though.
Right. And Carl, so I got a question about your writings, and because I know you have a lot to do with the music for the Boondocks. Like, how did you put yourself in that space and come up with content for a show like that?
Yeah, tell us about the executive, the music director position. Indeed.
Well, the music supervisor was on a different show. That was Sugar and Toys.
Okay.
But before that, on Boondocks, I was a composer. I was the music. The title they used so they could just pay you what one thing is music by. But you'll see some movies, some shows is like original music by, music supervision by, music selection by. So I was doing all of that. Me and JJ.
So who was writing Thugnificent raps?
Me.
Now that's the mic drop moment right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on. Let me clarify. I was writing. I wrote Thugnificent stuff. I feel like in season 3. I think in season 2, like Homies and Hoes, is that one of them? That was somebody else.
Okay.
But like when he tried to go auto-tune and stuff, I'm a magnificent thug, and I got way too many cars in my driveway. Season 3 stuff was on me. And the Tyler Perry songs, that was me. The Jimmy Rebel, that was me.
Dope. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, so I thought I was gonna be rapping it, and the very first assignment was, I shit you not. It was a message. It said, "Hey, we need something that is."
That what?
Something that what? It said we need something that is Rocky Horror Picture Show mixed with a gospel stage play about cross-dressing for Christ.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
The message, I sent the message back, LOL, right?
And what year was this?
2009, 8.
Way before everybody became woke and everything became okay.
Mm-hmm. And if you remember Rocky Horror Picture Show, let's do the time warp again. Okay, so what I did was, it's all right to cross dress for Christ, and that shit got bad. but the song was trending. The Boondocks songs was trending every week before I was even on social media. I didn't even know what it meant.
Right.
Wow.
And people were like, who wrote this? Who is this? Who is this? But so that was the Tyler Perry episode. That was the first assignment. And then I started feeling like conviction in my soul. Like, my mother's a Pentecostal Christian woman. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in a Pentecostal, like, this was like, yo.
You writing that blasphemy.
Right.
What? So I played the animatics for my mother. And the animatics is like the incomplete animation. It's not colored in. Okay. So, but the music is placed because Aaron Magruder likes to place music early. And I love that. Right. And he builds the episode around the music a lot of times. So I played that. And I looked at my mother's face, and it was the most disappointed I ever seen her look.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
My mother done found guns and drugs. This was the most of mine. This is the most disappointed and disgusted I ever seen her look at me. My mother has had cops bring me home.
Oh my goodness!
This was the most sick I ever saw her look at me.
What'd you do, man? Like, how'd you feel? Like.
So here's the thing. I felt like I'm not comfortable. Honestly, before I even did it, I was like, I'm not comfortable with this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because you're making fun of a lot of people. I get what you're saying. I get it. I get the joke. But you're offending a whole lot of people, and it's kind of blasphemous once you start throwing God in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was just Tyler Perry the actor, but all of this saying, there's no need to say this word or that word. But it was my first assignment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna quit the first day. You know what I mean? So, or I pushed back. I did push back, and I eventually just did it. And I would say every meeting with that song, as we worked on the episode, that we're going to hell for this. So everybody fucking knows. And then Aaron one time, Aaron's like, metaphor, we're all going to hell anyway. I mean, well, I didn't see it that way. That is not how I've been living my life. But yeah, it came out and it got pulled and snatched, and Tyler Perry snapped, and it got pulled from the episode.
Which probably to your relief, right?
Yeah, I was happy about it. And I mean, that wasn't a popular opinion. I don't know if I was the only one that grew up in church. I didn't know I was okay. But here's what I will say. Here's what I believe. You heard of the Glee? You know the TV show Glee?
Uh-huh.
You know there's a Glee curse, they said, with the show.
Tell me about it.
A lot of people pass and bad stuff happened with the show, and no matter what, they can't renew it, this, that, and the third. I feel like that episode gave the Boondocks a curse.
That's crazy. Let me ask you.
Is it too far, and it was what things started going downhill a little bit from there?
Look at how many people on the show passed.
Damn.
Or had tragedies.
But did
Charlie, Ed Asner.
You don't collect.
Yes, Charlie Mumford. Oh, Ed Asner. I didn't even realize he was on there.
You don't collect royalties out that episode, do you?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So, you know something? This is on a side note, but now just hear me out. I'm gonna speak conspiracies and dark theories for a moment.
That's my wheelhouse. Go ahead, brother.
Once I got into, like, you know, in the industry, I started noticing early that the deeper you get, the farther you get away from the way we were brought up. You know, like I noticed one time, you know, like I'm used to bow my head, pray a little bit, do my grace before I eat. You know what I mean? And, you know, in the industry setting, you know, you get your food. It's like, okay, that's food, ready to eat. You look up, everybody looking at you like you just spit in somebody's food. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there seemed to be this hostility towards religion, and especially Christianity. And it seems I'm just speaking in conspiracy theory, your introduction to the industry, the first thing they want you to do is something blasphemous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Blasphemous and totally against
right
what you have been taught and what you were raised with. That's the first thing they want you to do.
Right.
First thing.
Is separate and forget about all that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen like I feel like that's what they want for people to move forward in the industry. Like I've always felt like they're constantly testing your resolve to see if you will break away from who you really are for a taste of what they have to offer.
And
that's it.
How you gonna ask that man that?
Well, I'm just
nah.
You saw it firsthand. Like you were there, and the first thing they ask you to do is not something else. The first thing I want you to do
is God
is something that any person who grew up in the church would never do.
Like, did they know who your mom was? Did they?
No,
know
they don't have to. But this is your first assignment.
Why did they ask?
This is your first assignment, though.
That's what
you see what I'm saying?
Like, why did they ask?
So do you feel that? Because I felt that. Like I've been in places where I felt that you cannot go but so far unless I did every turn. It feels like somebody's asked me to compromise my
integrity.
To
make a deal on your dignity and who you are as a person.
Right. And if you're willing to do it, it's not like and the weird thing is you may never be asked to do it again. But you have to be willing to do it at least once. I agree with you. And even in conversation, if you know, hey, this happened today, man, thank God I didn't such and such. That's looked at as strange. The way to say that is, thankfully, it didn't such and such and such. And it's a lot of little innuendos and ways that they do edit God out. And like I said, my family's Pentecostal and Sunni Muslim. So, like, those are the two hard bodies of both of those groups. Right. You ain't got a whole lot of room for blasphemy in here.
Right. I can't be playing these games with these people. Right. So, like, with that moment, yes, I did feel I justified it at first with he's a comedian. He'll think it's funny. I also justified it with he does blasphemous stuff kind of with some of the jokes. Jesus be like, really? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Neither one of those are okay excuses because whether he does it or not, that has nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. And the first, well, we know he didn't take it as a joke. He tried to get the show pulled. Came very close. But my personal conviction and the fact that, like you said, it was the very first thing. My personal conviction says that I repented 1,000 times. We're taught that if you do somebody wrong, you don't just repent to God, you repent to them too.
Right.
So, I reached out. I don't know if he got the message, but I'm basically told him everything I just told y'all. And now it's not up to you for them to accept it, but you give it.
Oh, do you reach out to who?
Tyler Perry. I sent a message to those people, right? Mm-hmm. But it, I did it. There's nothing I could do about that. I won't do that again. I won't talk. I'm gonna go with my first voice. That's your God voice. I'm not gonna talk myself into something out of fear of rocking the boat, or any of that. I'm not striking deals with my identity or compromising who I am. And if it's that big of if it's a deal, then that's fine. That's not the opportunity God wanted for me in the first place.
Right. So you did change the behavior. Yeah, I mean, you didn't do it again.
No, I've said no to a bunch of shit since then.
Right. Okay.
I said I wouldn't work on Black Jesus.
Yes. Yeah, you wouldn't work on Black Jesus.
I wouldn't work on Black Jesus.
But, Black Jesus kind of rubbed me the wrong way too.
You know what's crazy about Black Jesus? I'm not a religious person, but I'm a follower. And I wasn't offended by Black Jesus because I thought that he was putting Black Jesus in almost a tangible sense. Like because you read the books in the Bible, they weren't all saints before God touched their hearts.
Exactly.
And I thought that representation of Jesus, to put it on a level that we could understand, I'm talking about us people of color, could understand it. I think he did a great job of doing that. And even down to him smoking weed and cursing sometimes, like, okay, like if this is, it's kind of like the difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament was for then, the New Testament was written for now. Where there's that quote unquote.
You're gonna need a third testament to have Jesus smoking weed and cussing.
Well, I know, but that was in the literal sense, not so much. I just felt like it was more. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. More relatable to let you know that you can walk with God no matter what your current path is, kinda.
Right. I mean, you know, I see.
I get that,
but I think a whole lot of people who are deeper in their faith will probably just, you know, not see that. You know what I mean? It was definitely controversial.
Being judgmental, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely controversial.
Well, I think so it was a lot with me. So and Slink, the guy who plays it, that's one of the most genuine people out here I know. Mm-hmm. Good guy. But
how did he feel about playing it? Did he have any background in the faith where he had, or he's just whatever? You know?
I don't know. The way he talks, I think he got some back. He said he's posted things to let me know, you know, there's a connection there, but I can't speak to his experience or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, we all black, so we all got it, right?
Right.
So my thing was, on a simple level, why did we have to call it Black Jesus? Why can't it just be Jesus and show Slink's face? Because you're already implying that it's not really Jesus. It's the Black Jesus.
I think that part is the comedy part, because we as black people, like my great grandmother's house, Jesus on her wall was black. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I take that back. I always thought it was a picture of Black Jesus, and my mama told me the other day that was a picture of her cousin.
It's a picture of her cousin, for real.
I said, yeah, Grandma Maggie's house, she had the Black Jesus. She said, that was my cousin.
Oh, God.
He said somebody drew that picture and they had the halo-looking thing behind him and stuff. He looked like Black Jesus on the wall. So all these years, I thought she had a Black Jesus. It was a cousin of mine that had a beard.
Wow.
And the afro.
But and the cousin, I mean, and why did he have to have straight hair?
Oh, right.
Like, why couldn't he? If we were gonna do it, why couldn't he have a fro?
Well, all of that was funny, man. Like that made it. I saw the parody in it for certain. Like the Black Jesus whole thing. Like everybody had a Black Jesus somewhere. Like there was always a picture of Black Jesus somewhere.
Yeah.
If you're black, you've seen it 1,000 times. So Black Jesus. Like that was the concept.
And the first thing when you, as a kid, I saw a Black Jesus. Oh, God, I got a Black Jesus.
A Black Jesus.
Yep.
So
yeah. Y'all remember Good Times? Florida was like, that's Ned DeWano.
Right. Yeah, Michael.
Yeah.
But and then the cussing and the cigarettes and the weed, I felt like that was too. That's when we got, you know.
Right.
Like, because that's such a major thing in any religion, because, and I even hate the word religion, and even back to your point about Old Testament, New Testament, the word Old Testament or the word New Testament, neither one of those are in the Bible. They're on the Bible, right?
Absolutely.
So
yes.
So and there's really no separation. In fact, the first thing Jesus said in the quote unquote New Testament is he has not come to change the law. Mm-hmm. Now, what a lot of the elders would say was, some of the stuff in the Old Testament, well, that was under the law. We ain't under the law. The first thing Jesus says, I ain't going to change the law.
Right.
So cohesiveness is like it runs through. I think it's a fine line I think it's a fine line between playing with people and like having him defile his temple, because that would be huge. Yeah. Right. With the weed and the cigarettes and the.
Right.
Because you just wouldn't see him doing that. And
Jesus turned water to wine.
But he didn't say he was getting drunk on it, though.
No. Yeah. Now, I'm not condoning any of it, you know, but because even when John Witherspoon's character, he was doing wrong and he was praying for a change, and Jesus came and changed him, and then he hated him for changing him.
I remember that. I think that's one of the ones I happened to see.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you asked for change, and now you upset that I did change you. Like, through all of it, it was kind of like, you know, watching the shows back in the day where it could start out in straight turmoil, but by the end of the show, it had a message.
Right.
And by the end of Black Jesus, each episode had a message about your faith in God and how powerful God was. And God could use anybody or anything as a vessel to reach you. So, but I ain't here to defend Black Jesus, or, you know, but I just liked it. That's all I was saying.
I can dig it. I could dig
it. Yeah, I bet you won't see a Black Muhammad.
No.
You won't see that
way.
show.
Nah. Nobody would dare.
Nobody would
dare.
That's all we've seen. That's all we've seen is Black Muhammads.
Nah, but what I'm saying is you don't see any pictures of Muhammad. There is no image of
him. I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you definitely won't see nothing making fun of him or him in a joke parody, smoking. What?
Right.
Yeah.
So, and we're used to that amount of reverence. So I think that's what was so shocking. It's like in the Black community, a Black person doing this?
Yeah.
What?
Right.
Don't that grandma?
Right. Why the Black version got to?
Yeah, your grandma gonna get you at Thanksgiving, boy.
Right.
Baby, I saw what you did.
How about one of my cousins? One of my cousins is a preacher. My pops passed in 2016. One of my cousins is a preacher. So we had my father's funeral, and my little cousin gonna say to him, "Dad, you know that song, Dick Riding Obama? That's he wrote it. Does he remember?" Oh
my goodness!
Right.
And this is when Obama was, you know, the Black Jesus.
yeah, he was for a spell. That wasn't it?
Yeah.
So y'all, real quick, how I reconnected with Metaphor. I work for Media Base, and one of my jobs, you know, is in Media Base. I'm just people send in stuff, and we're gonna track the radio spins, and you can submit your music directly to the company. And when they do that, they distribute it out, and we have to enter it so that, you know, from this point on, the computer will pick it up and track it. And it came in, and I'm listening to before I look at the information, I just hit play on the MP3. I was like, let me see what we're working with today, because sometimes there's some cool stuff. And I said, man, that dude sounds like Metaphor. Now look, it said Metaphor. I was like, oh, right. Let me hit up the homie. So I sent him an email right there on the spot.
Mm-hmm. What are the chances of that? Right. That was so crazy.
And this dude responded like fast to an email. I gotta give you props for that.
Oh, no question, man. Especially like you always been a genuine dude. Always been a cool dude to me. So hell yeah, it was great. It was one of those dope inboxes. You're like, oh shit. Yeah. And I didn't even do the connection with Media Base at the time. And y'all email came at the company's email, and your email came at the same time.
I sent the company email.
Okay.
I sent that first, and then I sent you a personal one.
Oh my man, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's the bootleg record, man. It is it's basically it's a comedic take on the over materialism in hip hop culture.
Mm. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, this he got a video out too. So
yes, sir.
Hey, tell him a little bit about the video, because the video is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Got surprise cameos in there and everything. Tell him a little bit about the video.
The video is a / short film. So I screenwrite and I write sketch comedy. So I wanted to throw it all at the wall with one piece of art. So, and that's the video for Bootleg. And it features Gene Deal, the infamous Diddy bodyguard who's exposing the whole industry.
Right.
So I got him to expose me for being broke wearing bootleg stuff.
How did you run into Gene Deal?
Man, just some people, New Jersey people we had in common. And I was like, yo, you know him? And I was like, yo, I need him for something. And he was like, hold on. And he just clicked over and called Gene right on the spot.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. And he got on the phone, and I told him the idea. He was cracking up.
Wow.
And when I explain it, you got to say it a couple times because, you know, we're so vain now. So when you tell people, no, we're going to be making fun of me, you know, that's hard to grasp.
Right. Nobody want that to happen.
Right. I'm like, nah, we're gonna put it out because I put the promos out first, and the promos got a lot of great traction. You know, people love drama. It was that fine line, like, is this real or is it not? But so Gene Dill is in it. We got some drops. Greensboro gets a shout out in it in a subliminal way. Charlotte, and there's sketches. There's also sketches. So, you know, we was talking about filming the mixtapes and stuff back in the day. So I got a table set up in a video selling bootleg stuff, of course. So in the video, there's a character that's a spinoff of Static Shock. For those of you who don't know, he was an animated character between 2000 and 2004 on the WB. Black superhero. Okay. So, you know, they get rid of black superheroes quick. So, so I brought him back. I brought him back for the video, and he's cynical, and he's just trying to get back in his space and trying to get back on his feet. So he's selling bootleg on the block, and he's selling J's, and he's selling everything from jewelry to handbags. And the video is just to take it regular life, man, and everybody. Because I feel like, so my music company is Hoopty Music, and no shot to Rick Ross with Maybach music, but I don't know anybody with a Maybach. Right. And I don't. And I feel like hip hop has gotten, because hip hop was for the have-nots. Right. That hip hop made it okay to be broke today because later it's gonna be better. But today you're cool in your way. You don't need all of this stuff. And then somehow it got to the point of consumerism and materialism. They dangled the carrot out of reach.
Right, you don't get a sob story song anymore. Like there's a new school sob story.
Mm-hmm. Right. Speaking of that, why didn't they tell Dinko what that song was about? But anyway, he jumped right in there. I remember Rob when he first got his sob. I'm like, no, that's not what we're talking about. But the song is just to make it. The best feedback I'm getting is you know, they like it, it's funny, and it's relatable. And we bootlegged everything down to we bootlegged the Cybertruck, the whole nine. So we got a lot of takes. As a guy at work, you know, the Amazon guy, disgruntled Amazon guy, like the ones that's striking right now, and he's going about his daily life. But he's rapping and he's hopeful though. It's like, yeah, I'm going through this, but it's gonna get better, and I'm okay right now. I'm not depressed about it. I ain't going crazy over my pockets or wanting to be in better shape or want to have a better whip or better crib. This is where I'm at right now, and it's all good. And working with young people, man, so many of the young dudes, you know, they 15 and 16 feeling like, and they feel, the thing I get from them that hurts me is when they say, I ain't nobody. Like they're already giving up at 15 and 16. Right. And I'm like, what are you basing that on?
Yeah,
like,
who is somebody at 15?
Who the fuck is somebody at 15? But they got that phone in their hand all day, looking at these dudes holding up these fake money stacks and you know, this jewelry and these cars, and that's playing into their psyche. Right. Like we didn't have that. Right. At most we might have seen, you know, one of the older dope boys or something come through once in the blue with something fancy, right?
Right.
It was like one or two that was really fancy doing it. They seeing hundreds of these images every day.
Right.
The little girls, it's to the point, the young girls, they don't even care about selling butt no more. That's no longer a bad thing. Okay. Nothing is bad if it gets you money.
Yep.
And that's a bad thing for society, especially
that
our
is
society.
Horrible.
Yeah, that bothers me a lot too. I got a definite issue with the whore narrative going on in hip hop right now.
Oh man, it's a Jezebel spirit.
Yeah,
and anything is okay as long as you get in that bag.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you get in that bag. And see, the dangerous part about that, people can be like, oh, is it just entertainment? Yeah, it's just entertainment for kids that can that don't really need money for real. But if you actually need money, and if there's no adults in the house because your mom is always working to keep the lights on, and even 2-parent households now, everybody's always working, right? So if the kid is quote unquote raising themselves, which they're not, that phone is, the media is. Yeah. And all it's telling them is, you're nothing unless your butt look like this. You're nothing unless your titties look like this. You're nothing unless you got a Maserati or this, that, or third, and these guns, and he ain't real. He ain't never killed nobody. Like, what? It's gotten crazy.
And don't forget about what they teaching fellas about what kind of woman to make a wife out of. Like I mean, even outside, well, I ain't gonna say necessarily marriage wife, but just wifing up and being with, like you got dudes talking about, just this. It's all like either whore rap or simp rap. Because back in the day, you were taught, I ain't gonna do this unless she's this type of woman. Now it's like, yo, man,
so interesting. I heard.
Like, I don't care nothing about them 50 dudes you had yesterday. This is mine today. And like, yo, we don't do that.
Interesting enough.
We ain't grow up like that, right? We ain't grow up taking the girl that everybody had and holding her up. You know what I mean? You don't hold them chicks up because you don't want to make an example out of them for the rest of the kids. So
Well, it's the same. It's the same. Look at it this way: it's a subversive way to emasculate. Both of the things you gave. Either you be the simp, the crying, Kiki, why ain't you call me? That nigga, that type shit, right? And or you're, I don't care, all these niggas get, she bring me the bag.
Right.
Either way, she's in charge.
Right.
And that was a big part of the beginning of the end for our community. Is that the goal has always been to remove the male. Stop me when I'm lying, right? So if you really want to look at it, once, like, we all know about COINTELPRO, how they flooded the communities with crack, the CIA, they've admitted this now. This is not conspiracy anymore, right? So they flooded the community with crack and Uzi Wops from LA. Man, I'll talk to some OGs here to tell me the craziest stories of when they were there and would wake up and it's just a crate full of Uzis on the corner.
Right.
So, all right. So, and then they say, hey, you can get free housing, food stamps, Medicare for you and the kids, this, that, and the third, but that man can't be there.
Right. Yes, it's
so
by design.
You lose it all if you had that father around them kids. So, all right. So then that went into play. And COINTELPRO is still happening. You can't tell me that hip hop is not an extension of COINTELPRO, what hip hop became.
Thank you.
There's no, it's just like crack. It's just like Uzi. What hip hop became is the most recent tool of the powers that be to destroy the community. And you can't destroy the community without destroying the household. So you have to pick. Look at all the shows with black women. Right? If the black women are happy and having the time of their life, they're single.
Absolutely. INDEP. Right.
You are right.
And the ones that's in relationships, she's so sad.
Oh,
right? She's so sad and abused, and that's just not the way to be. And she's suffering, and she's walking from the fucking store with grocery bags. You see what I'm saying? This is all playing into the head.
Right.
I have a script right now where it's a husband and wife, a black couple, baby boomers who's in LA, who's retiring home to Virginia. You know the note I keep getting?
The note.
Make her single. The note I'm getting from people.
Yeah.
Make the woman single.
Why?
Fucking why?
Right.
Nobody said it yet.
Right.
Make her single.
They took the man out, and then they went as far as now you can't have felons at your house. You gonna stay. So that means you gotta kick your son out now.
But the thing is,
hold on, I ain't even tell you
they gave you the felonies back in our time. They picked up all the felonies in the 80s and 90s, messing around with the crack. Then they put out there, and then after you get the felonies, there goes your vote and your job and all of this stuff, and it's just a sad, it's a whack cycle.
Right.
Like you can't make a mistake. Cannot make a mistake.
And they just elected a nigga with 34 felonies.
34.
Kiss my motherfucking ass.
34.
They calling that nigga 47. I call him 34.
Right.
He's Herschel Walker. Like what? And the young kids, like the ones I'm gonna say, like the teenage age, they was really using that drill music and slut music on their ass hard.
Oh, absolutely. That was the new crack. That was
and fashionable to talk about. At least we had debauchery, right? But at least like our people, like our artists, I'm not saying this right, but they talked about selling drugs when that shit started. These kids brag about being addicted to drugs.
Being addicted.
Right, and that's the simp part.
Yeah.
Like that's the simp. The drug addict is the simp. Well, you see what I'm saying? Like
that goes hand in hand with the fashion part.
Golly.
You know, fashion and drugs go hand in hand. Now you're a fashionable.
But that's another thing too, though. Like the demasculinization of these artists. Like they like painted fingernails and all of this mess. Like come on, man. Like this is not like there's no justice. Like you don't justify that and. We had one episode talking about the absence of fathers and the impact that it had on hip hop. You can tell the generations and what they talk about, and you can tell when the fathers started kind of disappearing in our people's lives in listening to what rappers are talking about. Because when you got a dad around, certain stuff you ain't gonna say because a man told you already that ain't cool.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like. It's not going to be like and it started way back. When we talked about this, I said it even goes all the way back to we started talking about gold because dudes wore gold and women wore diamonds. And then at some point, the dudes who were raised by women value the things that their mother valued. So now all of a sudden, diamonds, guys talking about diamonds. I didn't grow up with diamonds on my mind. I
never thought of that.
I grew up with diamonds or a girl's best friend.
Right.
I was about to say that.
You see what I'm saying?
I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
But only a dude who grew up with his mother and watched her covet a precious diamond would think that a diamond is something to strive for. Right. I don't strive for a diamond. I want it gold.
And so it got like I speak to. So like a lot of us grew up with just our mom. Like I grew up just my mother, but my mother let the coaches rough me up if they had to. My mother let the uncles, her brothers rough me up if they had to. The neighbors, the wino on the corner. Whereas what I noticed with younger women, don't be telling my son, I raised my son.
Right. No, you can't.
And you can't do it. You cannot do it by yourself.
Right.
But I've also said this though, a man can't do it by himself either.
No.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He needs that
we need each other.
Right.
And
it takes a village.
Yeah, it takes a village. And so I'm not saying we'd be better off if men were raising all the kids by themselves. No, it would just still be as lopsided and messed up.
It's gotta be the household.
It's gotta be the household, and we need the family structure back. But here's what I've noticed. Like I've been coaching basketball for the past 6 years. And I used to constantly hear about how, there are no fathers. So I started coaching basketball. I'm like, it's fathers everywhere. But that's not the narrative anymore. We've been through the era where the majority, like the most fathers taken out of the house because of illegal activity was probably in the late 80s, 90s. We're past that era. These fathers are back. They're out of jail. They're and the ones that are just coming up now aren't going to jail at the rate that they were in my generation. So fathers are around, but the narrative is being painted that we're still fatherless out here.
Right.
And we're not. These kids today have fathers and they have male influence around.
Yep.
It's back. But,
I agree.
Yeah. But it's not being credited that way.
Right. There's a lot of
situations. It ain't gonna be.
Yeah, we're being presented as a fatherless society, as a lazy, people work hard, and the images, and that's why the hip hop that guys are putting out, I'm like, this is not even the majority of kids that I see. Like when NWA was rapping about this stuff, I saw a lot of people my age participating in the lifestyle that people rapped about in the late 80s, early 90s. that was the lifestyle that a lot of people were really immersed in. Today, when I look at kids, it's a small percentage of kids that are really involved in this, they get the most attention, and it makes it look like our entire community of children are just shooting and gang banging and selling drugs. Bull. But that's bull. These kids are nerds out here right now. All they want to do is watch TikTok and play video games. They're not out here in the streets. It's a few of them.
Ain't no streets.
It's a few of them. Now, there's still a block, and there's some kids out there. But whereas, I remember seeing 50 people on the block, and now maybe 7 or 8. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I do remember a time, like even in Greensboro, I remember going to church in the morning. If you go early enough, you would still see people out at the store. What road was it? Golly, maybe McConnell or somewhere. But you would see maybe.
What was the church?
I was headed to, I don't even remember the name of the church, but it was a church over there on the east side of Greensboro, somewhere in the P. Lorillard area. And I had to pass by, was Smith Homes? Not Smith Homes. What was the projects over there near?
The Grove.
The Grove. I had to pass by the Grove, and there's a parking lot with a store and all this over there. And when I passed
Mount
by,
Zion.
I was probably headed to Mount Zion. But there was so many people out hustling in the morning, on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
It was an open air, anything goes market going on.
Oh, yeah, that was a Grove. That was
30, 40 people out there. It's not, it's not even that many crackheads anymore. This is a time when crackheads were in abundance. Like, you don't pass, like, you used to drive down the street and you see 10 crackheads on the block just walking.
Well,
now you might see one.
It's replaced with
but heroin addicts aren't busy like crackheads.
Oh,
crackheads are always on the move. You see them everywhere. They do their heroin and sit down. Crackheads do crack and get up.
Get up and go.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just different. But the pictures being painted that we still in this drug era.
Right.
And there is some drugs going on, but it's different. It's not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's not that. And even the shows that they're running out of ways to do it, even for a show like all the 50 Cent shows, that's why they all throwback shows.
Mm-hmm. Right, because that's the era.
Even The Wire, that was 80s, 90s shit. I know they painted it 2000s, but those stories. That was 80s, 90s.
But you got to remember, Baltimore was kind of special. Like when the whole country was smoking crack, they still had a heroin problem. Like heroin had kind of gone out of style in the 70s. Baltimore never let heroin go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
New Jersey either.
Right. So they were kind of different. Baltimore is a different world. It's a whole different world. Hey man, you know what? We've been talking for a minute. This is good stuff. I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. I want to have you back on just so we can talk some culture stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, we've gone through your entire bio, and now we're into the culture stuff, and I can tell that we could start all the way over and have a whole separate show right now. So
I'm down. Let me know.
Yeah, we're going to save all that, man. And right now we're going to wrap it up for the people. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
Real quick, we already talked about the video.
Bootleg.
The name of the song is Bootleg. The video is featuring Gene Deal, my man Metaphor the Great. It's spelled exactly like it sounds, METAPHOR, the Great.
Yes, sir.
Look him up. When you get a chance, check out the Super Rumble Mix Show.
Yeah, the
Boondocks. Tell me how
check out the Super Rumble Mix Show and its 20 trillion views, and let Kevin know how he did.
Wow.
Everybody seen it for me. I'm gonna check that out. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, we about to get on out of here. Metaphor, man, thank you very much, man. It's been a great show. You gave us some good information. Yes.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Yes, indeed.
Man, I really appreciate you guys. Thank y'all.
Hey, number love. This has been the Capital City Podcast, and I'm your host, CapitalJ, alongside my main man,
DL Glass,
and our special guest,
Metaphor the Great. He ain't special.
Very special guest.